So here are two books I've been reading. The Essential Buffett, Timeless Principles for the New Economy. I already read this book. I'm going to go over it a few times just for my own understanding. And The Intelligent Investor, I'm on page 157 right now. This is a very large book. It's going to take me a long time to finish this. It's like 600 pages. As well, a lot of the lessons in there I need to learn and get pat down, value investing, how to look for bargains. And that being said, there's some similarities between astrophysics and students learning specific ways of doing things and not questioning it. There's some similarities in the finance world too, and that is efficient market theory. Basically, here it is. I'll read this out to you. Buffett's problem with the efficient market theory rests on one central point. It makes no provision for investors who analyze all the available information and gain a competitive advantage by doing so. Quote, observing correctly that the market was frequently efficient, they went on to conclude incorrectly that it was always efficient. The difference between these propositions is night and day. What he's saying here is EMT means if something is valuable, very valuable, then its price is going to reflect that value. The price is going to match the value. So EMT basically means, oh, well, if something's expensive, then it's probably worth a lot of money. Or it has intrinsic value to it. And if something's cheap, then it's probably going to be priced low. That isn't always the case because the markets are inefficient. Everybody knows that. It's like basic understanding. If you go to a store and you see something that's expensive, you can get a deal on it. If you talk to the people and try to talk your way down, you can get a deal. It's not efficient. So that being said, it says here, nonetheless, efficient market theory, or EMT, is still religiously taught in business schools, a fact that gives Warren Buffett no end of satisfaction. Quote here, naturally, the disservice done students and gullible investment professionals who have swallowed EMT has been an extraordinary service to us and other followers of Graham. That's the other book I've been reading, The Intelligent Investor. Buffett wryly observed, in any sort of a contest, financial, mental, or physical, it's an enormous advantage to have opponents who have been taught it's useless to even try. From a selfish standpoint, we should probably endow chairs to ensure the perpetual teaching of EMT. Basically, what he's saying here is, it doesn't work. I know it doesn't work. It gives me a hell of an advantage that these kids, these people in the business schools are learning all the wrong ways of doing things, and then I can exploit their failure to understand how to make money in the market, how to search for the real value, how to look for deals. That's pretty crazy because, you think they would stop teaching something that's incorrect. And that's the whole point in astrophysics. That's the parallel I'm drawing here. It's not always the case. Just because something's incorrect doesn't mean that they're going to stop teaching it. And in many ways, modern portfolio theory protects investors who have limited knowledge and understanding of how to value a business. That's the value investing, looking for businesses you can find at a deal. But that protection comes with a price. According to Buffett, modern portfolio theory tells you how to be average. But I think almost anybody can figure out how to do average in the 5th grade. And here's the real paragraph that really sends it home. Anyone who chooses to embrace the focused investing philosophy used with such success as Warren Buffett must first disengage from the constructs of modern portfolio theory. With my theory, you have to disengage from modern nebula hypothesis, Big Bang, and all that. You have to disengage from it. You have to just pull yourself away from it. Ordinarily, it would be easy to reject the model that is largely considered ineffectual. In my case, it's largely Big Bang and nebula hypothesis are largely considered wrong. After all, there is nothing prideful or rewarding about being average. Exactly. I mean, why are you going to believe in something that everybody else believes? There's no pride in there. There's no Anyways, but modern portfolio theory has developed a long history and a deep culture. Same with astrophysics. It has a long history and a deep culture. It is full of neat formulas and Nobel Prize winners. Same thing with astrophysics. It's full of Nobel Prize winners and neat math formulas that are supposedly beautiful. We should not expect its defenders to leave the field quietly. Same thing with astrophysics. We can't expect these people who push Big Bang creationism and the nebula hypothesis to leave quietly. They are very happy in their positions, making 6 or maybe even 7 figures in some cases salaries. They're not going to leave. They're living the good life. Fortunately, we do not have to take on the task of dismantling modern portfolio theory. Unfolding events will take care of that. Same thing with astrophysics again. Exoplanets are going to take care of dismantling the Big Bang and nebula hypothesis. If we follow Buffett's advice, the success we earn will eventually work to overthrow the less than effectual model. Well, we'll see about that. With me, I mean, I don't know if this theory is going to replace Big Bang in my lifetime, at least. I'm going to be old as hell by the time it probably has any real effect. And then, lastly here, yeah, it just says, don't lose focus of learning how to do focus or value investing. And that being said, I think it's cool that there are a lot of parallels between what I'm learning and how ideas change and mold and people adopt them and then reject them and they re-adopt them again, and how cliques form and how cultures and communities form around those specific ideas. It's a much bigger thing than I realized. It was very naive of me to believe that just because I have a great idea, people are going to adopt it. And this is telling me, Warren Buffett's telling me, that it's pretty wild, because even with efficient market theory, which has been proven ineffectual, with people's cash, with their money, they will still teach incorrect and ineffectual, not incorrect, but ineffectual understanding in business schools. People go to business school, pay tens of thousands of dollars to learn efficient market theory, when it's been shown that there's actually better ways of doing business, of making money, of investing. So originally I thought, well, people are, they're all about the money, the financial security. No, it's much deeper than that. We have an entire culture, an entire group of people who have a lot to lose, their reputations, their feeling of importance. It's much bigger than just getting a paycheck every month. And that being said, it's a much larger mountain to climb, and I don't know if it's ever going to change, especially when this guy's been doing what he's been doing for 50 years, and they still teach incorrect ideas. Anyways, y'all, I think I made this talk long enough. Oh yeah, did I show you guys this? Okay, that's the book. I suggest reading these 2 books and learning about value investing, learning about the stock market, learning the not to-dos, what the to-dos are, and vice versa. And it's a very eye-opening experience, all this reading is. All right, you guys, later.